Hi there and welcome to Bustthenet. Yes, these are the Kingstonian Diaries. It's my chance to get my hands on into a safe which features a newly promoted site from I think they were promoted from the Eastman League Premier Division. They ended up playing in Van Rama National South. In that 2018, I got them promoted and we got them promoted all the way. So the challenge is about getting these newly promoted sites up through the tiers and you try to bring them success. Now, I've had a question asked of me, and basically, people ask me about the leagues that I've loaded. Well, there is no you don't have an issue with loading leagues, right? So you can load as many leagues as you can, but the game details are custom. So you have to load specific leagues from within England, and we've loaded a Sky Bet Championship. I mean, I've got these leagues plus you got and the lower leagues as well. So over time, I remove them when I go through the tiers. But so I can remove this, and this to make my save a bit more lighter, and I don't add any more. I don't add any players to the database and stuff like that. So my database is really small, and it brings me to my next point. I think FM18 is really different because if anybody had been following my series on FM17, Gloucester City got promoted, ended up first season fighting for Europe, and the second season winning the Champions League. It made absolutely no sense to me because it was so easy to find players. Now it's a different story altogether. I'm actually struggling, so I'm not like banging on being super successful. I mean, we finished 14th in the first season, which was not too bad. And now we're still at 14th. We almost ended up in a relegation fight, and then I had to snap out of it. But it's not the same as last FM17. I'm actually having to really work my ass off for once. I don't see any of my players here, which is new. Um, and there's a challenge, and I keep first thing I had was my problems were all related to who can I bring into the club and who are the players I can find. So my scouting was limited because of money. For a long time I couldn't. Now I've it's only this season that my package has gone to Europe. Last season my package was UK and Ireland. Still I didn't have enough money, and now I have money, so I've gone to Europe. I mean, I could go around the world if I wanted to, but realistically speaking, I can't do that just yet. So it doesn't make any sense for me. I mean, I don't have the scouts for it. Um, I Going all the way to South America is not really going to work. I mean, I could bring in some players. I mean, I should start that now since it's only 640,000. So we'll now go to the world. I think that's what I'm going to do. This will increase the players available to my scouts. This will influence the way we search for players. That's good news for me. Yeah, but up to the point where I got promoted, and even this season, I couldn't get players in. I mean, every time I want a player, there's a whole history of negotiations. I wish this could show you all the negotiations I've had. I've had so many players that I've been after, and they all come up to me and go, "We're not interested in coming to you because your reputation is too low." And I go like, "Okay, fine. I go for another player." And so far, I've been able to sign players, but look at the clubs they come from. I got players from Augsburg. I got players from Mechelen in Belgium. I've got players from Palermo. It's good. I got players from Burnley, Ostende. I mean, Finn's Harp. I actually went to this club. Where the heck is it? Irish Premier Division. We found a player. My scouts found this player called Adam Donnelly. Looks half decent, so we brought him into the team. And these are the kinds of players that I get. I mean, I've had to release quite a few players, and this season we probably will have to release a few more because the challenge becomes trying to find, getting to get the right players. And we just signed this player, Hakim Gwenosh. I'm going to have such a nightmare pronouncing this name. Seriously, I mean, I've got players here, Buchnevich. Okay, Balhuli is not so bad. Busaid. Okay, Akara Denise, Hermes, Birkin, handbags, Patricio. Okay, biggest signing was this guy, Rui Patricio. This guy has been godsend. I'll tell you why. This is my Carabao Cup run. Oxford, okay, let's rule them out. We should beat them. So we beat them 4-2. Against Brighton, it went to a penalty shootout. Guess who steps up? Rui Patricio saves 2 penalties. We go to Everton, I'm thinking the same thing again. Maybe this is what I should do. I mean, bank on the extra time penalty shootout. So I go all the way to the 90th minute, hold Everton off, and then I bring on penalty takers. Penalty shootout, Rui Patricio saves 2 penalties again. And I'm thinking, it can't last forever, right? So then against Southampton, this has to be the match of the season for us. I mean, underdogs, Carabao Cup quarterfinal, Kingstonian, whoop Southampton 5-3 with 2 goals in the last 5 minutes of the game. Saidio Berahino almost brought the game back, but then up stepped Carradeniz and Jason Cummins, and we just beat them 5-3. Excited, but still, this is the best that I can do with the players that I have. We've had some great results. We've beaten Crystal Palace 2-1. We lost to Bournemouth in the FA Cup, where I rested some players because too many matches coming up. So we're out of the FA Cup. No chance to progress. But now I'm playing Bournemouth next, and we want to extract revenge. I'm not going to show you Arsenal, Manchester City, or any of the top 5 because I'm probably going to lose. Who wants to watch me lose, right? You've seen enough of it anyway. So we're going to try and beat Bournemouth in our next match. But this brings me to my next point. Okay, now this is the squad that we have. So my squad registration is very interesting because I've got rules that says I have a maximum. Brexit has kicked in, so 17 foreign players. This is the most relaxed Brexit I've ever had in my life. It doesn't matter who these foreign players are. Just you have a maximum of 17 foreign players. This sounds so cool. So that's one of the reasons why I'm going to send one of my scouts and tell him to set up a home, buy a car, and live in South America. So maybe I can bring in some players from there. We'll see whether they can come in. We haven't had any work permit issues with any of these players, so this might be good. So we signed in some players. I've added 2 players since our last show. I've added Ryan Brewster. There's a reason why. First up, Ryan Brewster likes to beat the offside trap. Very hard to find the right player for this. Moves into channels. Secondly, he plays on his right foot. Third, he's got decent dribbling, acceleration, first touch, off the ball. Immediately I looked at him, he's going to be my next inside forward. Okay, that's the plan. Evran Carradeniz, I've signed him. I'm planning to turn him into Bobby Firmino. Whether he turns into one, I don't know, because his teamwork and work rate are still quite low. So far, he's doing okay. He's been trained as a deep line forward on support. Okay, so we got that sorted out. Then we also are looking at my defenders. The defenders, well, my defenders aren't that fantastic. I've got Patrick Bauer, who's screaming, why are you not looking at me? Why are you looking at other defenders? Can you explain to him why, please? You watched the show long enough to know why I would want to let him go. He's my central defender with an aggression of 14 and a bravery of 7. How does that even compute? I mean, he's aggressive, but he's got low bravery. Does this mean he barks at people, but then when it comes time for him to actually do something about it, he pulls out of the challenge? Well, I've seen him do it a few times this season. So Patrick Bauer, you may be great in the air, but maybe you don't want to, go up in the air when somebody's got his elbow flying. So Patrick Bauer, I've got to think about. He's done okay. His rating 7.01, still has a chance. Pavel Bushnevich will start. He plays most of the games. So most of my other players' average ratings aren't that fantastic. Then I've got to think about the future. Hamari Traore, who I signed at the start of the season, may not be playing because I'm on the lookout for a new wingback. I've got 4 wingbacks on the right, and they're all not good. So we signed Hakim Gunesh. He will play on the left. He's not that bad. Doesn't have a lot of acceleration. Positioning is good. Tackling is good. Anticipation is not so bad. Decisions not so bad. Determination pretty okay. All right, so that's fine. Natural fitness a bit low, but hell, he avoids using his weak foot and does not dive into tackles, which kind of fits into the style of play I want my wingbacks to play. Okay, so not too bad. And finally, my midfielders. The midfielders, I got Pontiso, right? He's great. But look at his overall spread. He's got very good flair, but he's like an average player in midfield. So I've got him. He's my Mazzala. Then we got Jack Price and Wilring we signed, and Balhuli, and some of these players are going to go. Musa Diabate, I signed him on loan. His manager hates me right now because he's not even registered. James Garner, I signed him on loan. Manager hates me because I haven't even played him. So I'm like prioritizing my own players. I don't care about these players. These were signed out of desperation at the start of the season because nobody wanted to sign. And who's coming? My whole plan now is to strengthen my side. Two ways. One is for next season, if I do get into the Champions League, get some youngsters in so they groom over time. So all these are all basically decent potential players who might have a chance. So his potential is pretty good. So there's a lot of potential in this goalkeeper. So we signed him up. I'm trusting my players. He's got a long way to go. So we'll just wait for him. Now, we've got this player, Mokhtar Diakbi. Why am I signing players I can't pronounce the names? Never mind. Jumping reach 18, tackling 14, heading 16, marking 14. Better than anybody I have in the team at the moment. Apart from Pavel, what's his name? Okay, so I've signed him. And this guy came cheap, 2 million from Leicester City because they transfer listed him. Yes, these are the players who might be coming. And so these are the players I'm looking at. This was my transfer target. Yoon, whatever your name is, okay. The club were willing to let him go for 11.5 million. He's up there as in 100. Sign him, whatever the price. But guess what? He looked at me, laughed, and turned around, walked out the office. He didn't even bother to sit down for negotiation. He just laughed at me and walked out. So we know where he stands when it comes to wanting to sign for us. Ryan Manning, well, I had my eyes on him as well. He's another player who's been laughing at me. So he doesn't want to come. These are players I think that they can fit into my style of play. But then again, we can only go so far. Basically, I have a rough idea of how I want to play. Okay, I want this guy to look for direct. I want him to play direct, more risky passes. Hopefully, he finds this guy. I want this guy to do the same thing. Direct. So he looks for this guy. And I want this guy to sit narrower and help with the midfield transitions. Okay, so all this is sorted. Pass into space. Well, I'm not going to start with pass into space just yet. Maybe retain possession and pass into space because we know there are a couple of people who've been given direct and risky passes. So this is the players. We got a couple of new players in the team like Hakim Gnosh and Ryan Brewster. But we don't know how. I think it's too soon for me to add too many players to the mix. It's only January. Transfer window has been done, so yeah, a bit still early. Okay, Ganush to Burn to Pontiso to Price to Ring to Evran Karadenis. This is what I'm seeing. Sase goes wide, crossing it the first time. Okay, elements are coming together. The guys are overlapping. Immediately the AI changes roles and duties. Is it because of the way we're playing? Pontiso to Higgins. I saw the shift in some of the roles and duties. Price to Higgins out to Karadenis to Price, out to Pontiso to Karadenis. Takes a shot from range. Oh, not too sure, but we have to see how it goes. Price reads that to Ganush holds the ball over the top. Brilliant to Cummings scores. You're sweating, you. Cummings just waited. Look at that, Ganush. He just signed, looks up, says, "Boss, here's the ball for you." Cummings says, "I take this as a gift, and I'm the inside forward, and I continue to score goals for the club." All right, it's so far one element is working. Now let's hope the other elements come together. Okay, place it to Maraboto. Maraboto goes down the flank to Keita. Okay. Mazala, close down more. I don't want to close down even more than that. I don't even running around like a mad fool. I could push up the defensive line. That's what I could do. So I'm telling my boys to be high up the pitch when we have the ball, so that when we lose the ball, they don't have to try back that far. But the danger with that is you have to make sure that your boys have got good positioning, and I'm not too confident of this just yet. Header, Sase, okay, good. So that's one of the reasons why I'm willing to deal with crosses. I got jumping reach in the box, but we still need better defenders who can mark. Johnny Burn is okay, but tackling is okay. Some jumping is 17, and I got Pavel Bushnevich 17. Tackling is not so good. So We're out there in the market for another central defender. So 24 minutes in, Kingstonian have taken the early lead thanks to Gwinush, the new signing. Hakim Gwinush played the ball down the line. His balance is only 7, so got to be very careful with this guy. Under pressure, he could lose the ball. Mina to the defenders. Higgins. Oh, Cummings. He loves all these kind of things. Ooh. It's all the little things I'm waiting for. God, Higgins looks for Cummings straight away. Yes. Fernandez to Davis to Heraldes to Pereira. We're not going to get a lot of chances at Kingstonian, so I get excited by those small little attempts. And the problem with me is that I don't have a very good team, so yeah, we really thank the Lord when we score. Vishnavish, whatever your name is, Lang to Davis to Heraldes plays way to Lanian to Keita to Maraboto to they're looking for shooting opportunities, but they're defending quite okay. I won't say we're defending, but they're okay. Gunosh with the free kick to Price to Evran Karadanis, back to Price to Ring back to Bushnevich to Price to Evran Karadanis to Pontiso looks around, but Sase doesn't want to run. Ring, because I'm playing on balance. I'm not going I'm not telling them to use the flanks. Ring to Karadanis inside the box, shoots, because we're not overcommitting the flanks, right? So that's the whole goal here. If I want to, if I really think we need to, then I will, but no, I'm too scared. I'm too much of a scaredy cat. Heraldes to Fernandez to Davis to Heraldes to Pereira. We're so scared of running down the flanks. Okay, what I can do, no, I don't want to, forget it. No chance. I know I could turn this guy into a wingback that he can bomb forward, but that leaves a big gaping hole. I'm not sure Byrne has got the anticipation and the concentration to do that kind of a job. His anticipation is 11, concentration is 11. Decisions they do play a part, but no, he's not an intelligent player. He may not know that he's supposed to go back until it's too late. The ball is in the back of the net. So thank you very much. No thanks. Pontiso to Keita to Pereira down the line for Maraboto, but Sase reads the danger, gets it to Callum Higgins. This is what we're this good at, and this is how we're going to have to play. Higgins, what a ball for Cummings! Yeah, my wife just got up, so can you imagine? I just shout, Cummings! So my wife will go, what the hell is going on in the room next door? My husband is shouting, Cummings! What am I doing in the room? Honey, it's just oncoming. Just on. He said, Jason. Man, things are going on. But think about it, if his name was just, if you put an E there, just one, coming! I'm sorry, I'm a bit crazy sounds are coming out from me right now. Fernandez, the Pontiso. No, come on, Pontiso, win the ball. I mean, with a name like that, you're the greatest Italian ever to play the game. I have faith in you. Pontiso, win every single ball. Say, don't say. Just do. No, it's a goal. I don't believe it. Shit. I had a feeling Sase was not going to do his job. Sase. Why Sase? You knew that the line was there. Okay, we're going to go for it, Mon. We are now pushing the defensive line up. Fernandez, Ganush just got to the ball, but then he didn't win that. And Sase, it's Walter, it's almost a goal. But here we go. We're pushing our defensive line up. We're taking some risks. Retained possession is still a shout that we're using. However, we are removing that shot, and we are taking the game by the nutsack. We're hoping that we don't give up too many goals in the process. Burn, because I'm not very confident of playing on higher defensive lines just yet. Evran Karadanis, that's what I meant, loses the ball. He's also not confident. He's going, oh no, we're doing this now. Okay. To Davis. Out to Kanush. Oh, that was we almost did it. Okay. Now, the problem is, if I'm going to be playing on such a line, Evran Karadenis may not be the perfect choice for this position. So we're going to take him off and bring on this guy, Baluli. Because Karadenis is good, but it might be a risk. Because he comes deep to get the ball. So that might be a problem. Higgins over the top, inside the box. It's another goal. It's 2-1. Burn. Thank you very much. What a change in fortune. Look at this. Bustthenet to Burn. Burn looks up and says, here we go. To Higgins, pass into space. Higgins goes, thank you, and scores the goal. All right. There's Burn with the defensive centre back. I wanted to actually get this guy to be the defensive centre back, so it's turning out to be quite good. Burn is the one playing all the passes. He's done 2 of them already for me this season, so we'll just leave it on Burn's shoulders. Okay, it's Mina with the goal kick. Higgins, oh no, it's Fernandez. Ganush. It's they're coming at us. It's Walter. He's in the box. He misses the best chance of his entire career. Burn to Bustthenet to Ring to Bahuli to Pontiso. Actually, they're standing together. They confuse me. To Pontiso to Bahuli to Higgins. No. Walker. All right, we're gonna make one change. Oh, it's too late. Fernand Heraldes has come in. He scored. It's back. It's level. It's 2-2. Tweaking the tactic as I go is not a good move. I need to change the role of the Mazala and AP. One of you is not like the other. And with that change, wingback is going to go on defense. Inside forward is now going to come on support. And wingback is now going to go on attack. The changes I'm making to my roles and duties. We are trying to win. This guy's going to overlap. And Cummings will come in late now. So Cummings is, he's going to attack the box late. I don't want to say he's going to come in late. So it sounds so wrong. David Sase is not having a good game. 6.3 because he made a mistake. That's why it's 6.3. All right, with 10 minutes left on the clock, do we have what it takes to win this game? Pereira. Bahuli looks up, finds somebody, but that pass is not worth a highlight. 3 clear-cut chances versus giving them 5 clear-cut chances. We need to work on this tactic a bit more. 85 minutes. I mean, I get the beginnings. I mean, I can see things coming together. I just they're not clicking perfectly at the moment. Bustthenet, okay. Yeah, okay. I can see the argument for the defensive centre back now because we need the play to build up from Pontiso from midfield. So this guy's hurling of the ball is not working. But still, Kingstonian 2, Bournemouth 2, not a bad result. I will just have to improve this tactic as I go. We're not there yet. We're not the finished article. These long passes are the ones screwing me over. They're good at certain times, but they're screwing me up when I want to play an attacking game that involves all my players. So I've got to remove this guy's instructions and make him into a ball-playing defender in certain cases. Wow, the number of things I have to do is crazy. Well, I'm far from pleased with what they've done. It's a 2-2 result. It's not what I wanted. We had hoped to get a win and, do a lot better. But we're putting some daylight between ourselves and relegation. And the funny thing is Liverpool is behind us. It won't be for long, I guess. They've got a game in hand. But Kingstonian held on to Bournemouth. We'll have to tweak this tactic along. Not ideal, but I think you guys are seeing some of the elements that I'm trying to do, hit them down the break. Um, so what I think we're still going to play with that deeper defensive line, normal defensive line. Pushing up didn't do things for us, but whenever we play on a normal defensive line or a slightly deeper defensive line, these balls over the top, with the space opening up for Cummings to attack, definitely seems like the way to go. So what I've learned from this game is not to play it on slightly higher. Normal is fine. Pass into space and retain possession. These are the two ways I'm going to use the game, and then I'll probably go balanced and wide. So that's it. We've learned something from this game, and that's how we're going to apply it for the next few games. And that's how I fix things in my career. It wasn't a perfect. I was hoping that we win. We saw some elements, but it's got to be tweaked along the way. This isn't the same kind of save that the Cop Diaries or the Ajax Diaries are, which are so much more easier. This is live tuning. So I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Kingstonian Diaries. If you have any questions, please look me up on Twitter at Bustthenet or addicted2fm.com, my website. Once again, I'd like to thank all my patrons for the continued support this channel and make these kind of shows possible for the rest of the community. You guys take care, have a good one. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.